This is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and we finally have some wonderful news, and that is Capital Games has not been captured. They have not been taken captive by formerly known CG Carry, which is actually still CG Carry. Everything is good with Capital Games. They are back to work, and with that, they have introduced clearly the next character in the Star Wars Rise of Skywalker film, and that is Resistance Hero Poe. Now, Poe is going to be directly connected with Finn. Now, if you look at this picture right here, it says Rey Jedi training with Resistance Hero Finn, R2-D2, and General Kenobi. Now, clearly, and we know that Resistance Hero Finn and Resistance Hero Poe are going to go together. But what are they not telling us? Now, if you jump over to the Resistance Hero Finn kit, you see Rey, General Kenobi, R2-D2, and C-3PO. But let's face it, guys, Rey that we're seeing here, this isn't Rey Jedi training. It's not Rey Scavenger. It's the new Rey. This is the awesome Rey that's coming shortly. This Rey, last name redacted, which we all should know by now who that last name is. We don't know what this kit looks like, the Rey kit looks like, but this is going to be part of her team. Mark my words. Now, will Resistance Hero Poe, Resistance Hero Finn be needed to unlock whatever that Rey kit is? Probably. Absolutely, probably. But then you have these other characters, you know, R2-D2, General Kenobi. Kenobi is clearly not going to be on this team. And I'm still thinking that R2 is not going to be on this team either. I think we're getting a whole new series of characters. I'm guessing that we're going to be getting another droid. Someone who may look like this. Someone who is going to be a support character who's going to help the Resistance Finn. It's going to have an affinity with Finn or Poe. Mark my words, this little fella is going to be the next droid introduced into the Resistance team. Now, there's a lot of other characters that could be introduced here. Resistance Hero Finn. This is clearly Finn from the scene where they're standing on that planet. They are about to go into Burning Man Star Wars style. I mean, you have Finn, you have that Rey that we see in the film, you have Poe, C-3PO, and in the back, you have Chewbacca. Now, are we going to get a new Chewbacca? I feel like 5 Chewies makes sense. I know I'm not the only one in this game who wants 5 Chewies. We have 5 Hans. Why the heck not? Now, again, C-3PO, whatever. But this kit's a very interesting kit because he's an attacker. He's a resistance character. He's not the leader, right? Now, it's possible we could get General Organa. My thoughts is we'll get a General Organa, but she's going to be buddy-buddy with, that's right, purple hair Holdo. And I think there's going to be a dynamic there, a ladies' night kind of thing that will be going on to be like Rey and Holdo and everyone else, and then we'll leave all the other superfluous guys outside, whatever. But his kit is very interesting. His basic attack is called Flinching Shot, deals special damage to target enemy. If Resistance Hero Poe is inspired, the target enemy becomes vulnerable for 1 turn. Vulnerable is a cool new ability, will be critically hit if able. Now, what's interesting about this is jumping back over to Finn. From what it sounds like in the dev insight, Poe can't get inspired by himself. He has to have Finn to inspire him. Now, like, let's face it, guys. From time to time, we all need a buddy to kind of like get us motivated, get us stoked. It's hard to stay inspired all the time, especially when you're the spark of the resistance, like apparently Poe Dameron is. Finn is going to be the one who will be doing the inspiring. His first special is Optic Onslaught, which sounds like it should be for the X-Men. Let's face it, Optic Onslaught, that's a Cyclops ability right there. But deals special damage to target enemy, inflict daze, and stagger for 2 turns, which is nice. If Resistance Hero Poe is inspired, he also deals damage over time for 3 turns, or he deals it for 1 turn, but 3 of them. Now, this is interesting because I'm kind of feeling like that whatever the leader is going to be here in this kit, we're going to see a damage over time kind of returning. Maybe not as a major ability, maybe, or a major debuff, but maybe something that triggers something else. Like the more damage over times on a character, the leader's going to like swap that for, I don't know, less turn meter, or I don't know, but I feel like this is a mechanic that's going to build to another mechanic. I could be wrong, been wrong in the past. I don't know, but that's what I'm thinking here. Otherwise, Vader may be making a comeback, right? That Vader might be the one. I don't know. His next special ability, Blaster Bravado, deals special damage to target enemy and stuns them for 2 turns. A stun is great. You've got Daze and Stagger. That's also pretty great in the ability above. If Resistance Hero Poe is inspired, dispel all buffs on them and inflict buff immunity for 2 turns. This ability can't be evaded. Now, what's interesting about this is I've actually run the Resistance team in HAAT, trying to see how effective it would be without, just with this Resistance Hero Poe or Finn, and it's just not as effective. It just can't be, soloed. It can't be. It's just not great. This makes me think that what we're going to see is a pretty awesome team that will be able to solo the HAAT, which then leads me to believe that what we will be seeing is, the simming of the HAAT fairly soon. Probably within the next couple of months. We know that it's eventually going to be coming. It's no secret that that's something that they've been working on, but they've been wanting to hold off on this until, everything's ready. Now, Spark of Resistance, if all of Resistance Hero Poe's allies are light side, not just resistance, but light side, enemies lose 5% protection whenever they lose a debuff. When inspired allies deal damage to an enemy, they also deal bonus damage equal to 10% of target's max health, which can't be evaded. If an enemy critically hits an inspired ally, all buffs are dispelled from that enemy at the end of the turn. Right? So at the end of... That's interesting. If Resistance Hero Poe is inspired, when he uses a special ability during his turn, he can inspire another target resistance ally. So it does seem like they're going to want you to stay close to the whole resistance squad, but it's likely that we're going to be seeing characters who are not part of the resistance. Now, why do I say that? If you jump over to the development team, right, the developer's insight, it goes through and it's like, what makes this character unique? Where'd you get the, all of the stuff for this kit? But what's interesting is, are there any game modes? Now, it says here, at the moment, Resistance Hero Finn strengthens your resistance squad with another reliable attack, and soldiers solidifies an effective territory war and Grand Arena team. But who knows what the future could hold for the resistance team? Now, obviously, this is the response to that. He then goes on, this is the answer we gave for Finn. This is the other reliable attacker we were referring to in this answer. The rest of the answer still applies to Poe. Okay, so if you take out other reliable attacker, they're saying territory wars, Grand Arena, but there's still more for the future of the resistance. Obviously, there's more. I'm very curious to know who those other characters. Now, in my mind, I'm thinking that Jaina, the horse riding, bow wielding love interest of Finn, potential love interest of Finn, the other person who has the force other than Finn. Let's face it, the one thing that Finn is trying to tell Rey throughout episode 9, he's like, I've got to talk to you. It's important. Only you and I can talk. Why doesn't he tell Poe, his BFF? Because Poe doesn't have the Force. Who has the Force? Rey has the Force. Who also has the Force? Jaina has the Force. And it sounds like everyone who kind of defected from the First Order may have had the Force. I don't know, but that's the feeling that I got. Will Jaina be connected? Yeah. Will D.O. be connected? Sure, he probably will. There's a lot of connections here that I think that we could see roll out. In addition, Zorri Bliss, guys, I think Zorri might be coming, and a connection with him, and as a scoundrel, as maybe a freedom fighter, but as a light side scoundrel. I mean, we saw a light side scoundrel from Solo. They exist in the film, right? And I'm honestly thinking that that's what we're going to be seeing. I still think more is coming. I'm hoping more is coming. What do you guys think of the Resistance Hero Poe kit? Do you think that he is going to be needed for the Rey name redacted awesome character kit? And if so, who are we going to need for the First Order? Because it is unlikely that what we are going to be seeing for the First Order is much less than this. I'm still thinking a lot more is coming. But now, before I go, I want you guys to check out the links in the section below. There is a link for Audible. You get a free 2-book, 1-month trial. Any 2 books you want. There are some great Star Wars books. Resistance Reborn is amazing. It's a really solid book, and it kind of helps to build up Episode 9. So if you liked Episode 9 or just want more background for Episode 9, go through and check out Resistance Reborn on Audible. Like I said, you get 2 free books, 1 month. When you cancel after the first month, the books are yours. They're solid, they're well told, and it helps out the channel. That being said, guys, leave a comment in the section below. Like, subscribe, share this video, hit the bell to get reminded of when I post new content. This has been Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and as always, my friends, smile and stay nerdy.